Welcome back to Ride the Six, everybody. So yeah, I've been having a problem on the MV Agusta here the last couple months. It is getting worse. I used to ride about 45 minutes and I'd get this error, malfunction, stop engine, exhaust valve. Now I find it coming on a lot quicker and a lot more frequently. And yeah, we might make the exhaust a little bit louder. We got something here for the bike, guys. We're going to do like I guess the exhaust servo eliminator on the MV Agusta, so stay tuned. I gotta start taking the whole left side of the bike apart. I gotta get all my fairings off, starting with like underneath here on top of the I guess the oil cooler, like the fairings bolt to that. I gotta get underneath the bike, start unbolting the belly pan. The problem with this MV is it's not quick and easy to work on. Even the smallest thing seems to take hours. Also, right now, it's very, very hot and gross in Ontario. I've been putting this task off, but I cannot ride the bike anymore the way it is with this, the exhaust air. It robs power from the bike, makes the bike very unresponsive in the throttle delivery. And yeah, sometimes it just feels like you're riding at 300. So yeah, I need to fix it, guys, and in order to fix it, I need to take the whole left side of the bike off so I can get to the exhaust valve servo. Yeah, so let's get to it. So the next step, guys, especially here, you need to get those two screws out, these two fairing pieces locked together on top of your oil cooler. This is a real hassle, these two screws. It's just the location of them. You get like a quarter turn if you're lucky out of the bolts. It takes a long time, so I am not going to film this portion. I'm just going to do it and then come back. I've got the two screws out that sit on top of the oil cooler that lock the two fairings in place. We're going to start with the underbelly on the left next. It's just a couple bolts. I've had a couple bolts followed underneath already, so that kind of helped me out. But yeah, a couple bolts here. This should drop right off. So yeah, before you do these two bolts, guys, you're going to want to do a bolt. There's a bolt under here, which I had followed on me, so that's fine. It's already out. There's another bolt here at the front of your lower belly pans, and there's another bolt here that holds your two fairings together. So you might as well take your three bottom bolts out first, and now we'll do these two side bolts. We're just going to put them right here by the kickstand. Yeah, you can see the belly pan starting to drop here. Okay, belly pan should come out. There we go. Put it somewhere safe where you don't get it scratched up. Alright, with the belly pan off, we just have our fairing left. We have one screw here, another screw up here, one more on the side. Normally you'd have three, but because I already took the winglet off, I'm down to one. So let's get those bolts out. And let's get the left fairing off. Alright, with the fairing bolts out, guys, we're going to grab the fairing. We're going to try to pull it forward. They slide forward a little bit. I just hope it unlocks from the other fairing. I don't want to have to take the right hand side of the bike off as well just to get at this. So let's see how it works. Okay, there we go, guys. We have the fairing loose. And the first thing you're going to want to do with this left fairing, support it somehow. Like I have my foot down there supporting it. This is your exhaust servo wires and everything here. We're going to pull these out. If I can get it out. A little hard with one hand. There we go. There we go. So yeah, so you need to unplug this, guys, from your left fairing before you even take your fairing off. I would suggest laying something soft here under your bike. Like I have one of these little soft blankets. Lay something soft here under your bike because you're going to need to lay your fairing down to get at the rest of this assembly here freely. Okay, there's your little servo motor controller down in here. We are going to remove that. We're just going to take out these 2 bolts here. Okay, one's loose. Other one's loose. Alright, let's hope this slides out. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what the problem actually is, guys. I don't know if it's the problem with this little motor assembly here. Like, I've oiled stuff and I've greased stuff down here on the actual exhaust valve itself, and it didn't seem to help. So the next step is to try to eliminate this whole thing. So that's the plan. We're going to eliminate this. We're going to keep that valve open all the time, and hopefully that error goes away. It's box opening time. So we have a package in from Bayside Performance, based out west, I believe in Vancouver, somewhere there in BC. Don't exactly know where, but they had the parts I needed, so I ordered from them. They arrived here within 2 days, basically. So we've got a cool little, that might have to go on the bike, that's pretty cool looking. And looks like we have another little vinyl here, Bayside Performance vinyl. So I have a bunch of stickers. They might get on the bikes here at some point. I haven't decided what to do yet. Alright, so here we go, guys. This is the ES Exhaust Servo Eliminator ESE A01. Now I'm going to double check the part number to make sure that is the right one for the MV Agusta. I did double check it a couple times before ordering. I just want to double check again to make sure it is what we actually need. And in case you're wondering what these things cost, there you go. $88 Canadian plus $16 shipping and GST $5 for a grand total of $109 for this tiny little exhaust servo eliminator. Now, if it fixes the problem, it's worth every cent of the $109 that I spent on this part. Alright. Let me double check the part number, guys. If the part number is good, we're going to go right to the bike. We're going to start installing stuff. Alright, guys, let's double check the part. Let's make sure it's the right one before I open it up. We're going to go, you just go into a search engine. You can type in HealTech, HealTech. The first link is going to be HealTechElectronics.com. We're going to go there. Let's get rid of this. Okay, you're going to search by bike. We're going to go to the drop down here on the left. We are going to scroll down till we find MV Agusta, which is right there. We are going to select an F3675. And we're going to select the year of the bike, which is a 2014. And right here, so there you go, matching parts. ES Eliminator ESE-A01. And we do have an ESE-A01. So now we verified the part number is correct, guys. Let's open it up. I see we got 2 little tie wraps here. We got the module too. Let's open this thing up. Let's get this on the bike. It is pretty hot today, but I wouldn't mind getting this done and going for a ride. But we'll see. When it's 40 degrees Celsius here in Ontario, it's a little sticky. Alright, so there's our servo eliminator. Just plugs in. Same style connector. Easy, easy. 2 tie wraps, and we have a little set of instructions. We'll do a quick read. Oh, cool. Look, there we go, guys. Some more stickers, too, from HealTech. Yeah, that's awesome because you'll have matching ones. You can do left and right if you really want to. So that's cool. That'll add a little color to the bike perhaps. Alright, let's see what it says here. Congratulations on your purchase of a HealTech ESE. Okay, before installing this product, please make sure to double check you have the right partner for your bike. Check. Do not attempt to install the product if you don't have basic mechanical skills. Well, I think we got that settled. I think we're good there. Locate the stock exhaust servo motor. Unplug the connector and remove the servo motor. Done. Plug the ESC module into the wiring harness connectors. Peel off the green plastic from the back of the unit and mount it. Secure the wiring with the supplied cable ties. If the exhaust pipe along with the valve is not replaced at this time, check and make sure that the valve is locked in the fully open position. If you're not sure which is the fully open position, start the engine and let it idle. Move the exhaust valve with its cables end to end. When the exhaust noise is louder, that is the fully open position. Lock the exhaust valve cables into that position. On certain bike models, the FI light may still be on after installing this product. Take a short ride 3 times. On the next power up, the FI light should stay off. Alright, so nothing really special, guys. Let's go get it on the bike. The biggest thing is probably going to be selecting a mounting location for it. They do not have any suggestions on the bike per se. We're going to have to kind of wing that. But yeah, let's go get her on the bike. So this is the old mounting location, mainly because it had to connect to this big honking cable assembly and motor. We don't need that anymore. That's going to be removed. So I'm thinking we're actually going to relocate this wire here. I think I'm going to just remove it from this clip if I can. One-handed. Okay, there we go. And I have a feeling, guys, I'm going to relocate that exhaust servo eliminator just up in here, somewhere up in the frame of the bike. So I was able to kind of pull the cable back kind of the way it was coming. And yeah, now we have all kinds of room up here. We can tuck this in. We can do whatever we want with it. But basically we can fix it all right up in here somehow in the trellis frame. It's so hard to do this one-handed and trying to record and give you some light at the same time. But yeah, like I'm thinking we just kind of strap it in here somewhere, guys, like somewhere out of the way. The cable's out of the way. Something like that. So nice and clean. There's no cables you have to worry about getting hit by the fairings or crushed by the fairings. And we have lots of space up in here. So that's going to be the location, somewhere up in here. Let me get it tie wrapped and get it finalized. It's time to start removing the old cable system here for the exhaust valve. There's a clip right here and it fastens up here. This is just a small Allen head. We'll take this bolt out for sure. It's really hard to work here, guys. Like, I'm trying to get you good angles, but it's very tricky. Okay, so we've taken this bolt out right here. This should be, yep, so that's going to let this bracket loosen off here. Alright, so I grabbed an 8mm wrench, guys, to put on the back, and I have an 8mm socket here. Okay, it's loosening off here now, that's good. So yeah, I just need to hold the 8mm socket on the back. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let's loosen these off. Okay, there we go. I have the second one loosened off. I'm just going to take everything off here. Okay, there we go. I'll put that back together so that I know where that came from. I don't anticipate this is probably going back on the bike as long as I own it, so Okay, with these loosened off now, we should be able to get the cables out. It's just the cable itself being... Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, there's the first one. Come on. There we go. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Alright guys, so there you go. All the old cable controls are removed for the exhaust valve. So here's a look, guys, with all the cables removed. I've got little parts and pieces all over the floor. I'm going to try to keep them somewhat organized, but yeah, we no longer have any valve control on the muffler, on the exhaust. It's going to be wide open. And we have our HealTech. I decided to mount it like right up here in the frame. So it looks like it should be out of the way, shouldn't have a problem. Cables are tucked nice and neatly where they shouldn't have any issues. Alright, let's so tomorrow morning I'm going to start the bike up. We're going to see what it does. Let's start her up and let's see what she sounds like. You can still see I have the stop engine exhaust valve there. It won't go away. So yeah, it's going to have to go to the shop to get the air cleared most likely. Okay, let's start her up. Let you hear it. Yeah, so you gotta have the clutch in sometimes to start it up. And yeah, there's what it sounds like without the exhaust baffle basically in. So a little bit louder, a little bit raspier. Alright guys, so yeah, I've got the exhaust servo eliminator, everything in the bike, and the bike is still throwing a code stop engine exhaust valve. So yeah, leave a comment in the video, guys. I see some people, they say this air never clears, so they can't get it to clear on their F3. I've seen other guys where they say they take it to the shop and they can get that air to clear. But yeah, I have my exhaust servo eliminator installed right there, and the bike does sound a whole lot better. But I want to get rid of that air. So leave a comment in the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned.